Okay, sorry again. Sorry because of my voice and also I hari ni tak bersihat sikit but I try to finish this chapter, these slides, okay, until end lah. Okay, kalau saya tak larat, I ask for permission to leave and
Boleh.
tak tahulah kenapa. Semua batuk. Okay. So just now, okay, this is our today content. Okay. So don't worry. You might have been learned all of this previously, so don't worry. Okay, learning outcomes at the end of this chapter. You should be able to write identifiers based on Java naming convention, meaning that the rules of naming identifiers of Java, it might not be the same for other programming language, but in Java, you need to follow the Java naming convention. Then declare appropriate variables, then assign value of variables. Okay, identifiers. What are the identifiers? Okay. All the Java component classes, variables, and methods need names. Okay, whatever class that we instantiate, whatever variables that we create, whatever methods should have names. Okay, so these names we call it as identifiers. Okay. Another term of names. Therefore, identifiers are the names that identify the elements such as classes, methods, and variables in a program. So there are rules for what constitute a legal Java identifiers. Okay. Okay. Ada peraturan dia in Java. Okay. Beyond what legal, Java programmers and Sun have created convention for naming methods, variables, and classes. So developers in Oracle have created these conventions or rules for naming methods, variable, and classes. So ada rule, ada peraturan macam mana nak kita nak namakan kelas, macam mana kita nak namakan variables dan macam mana kita namakan function ataupun method. Okay. Okay, so this is the first rule. Okay, this is the first rule. Kat sini. Okay. Identifiers must start with a letter, a $sign. Okay. Or a connecting character such as underscore. Identifiers cannot start with number. So dia tak boleh start dengan nombor. Okay. Okay. Okay, saya nak ke sini. Okay, boleh nampak yang compiler ni, Java compiler ni?
Boleh, madam.
Okay. Let's say kita declare int tadi, dia kata we cannot start with number, say to ringgit. Can or cannot?
Cannot.
Okay, if you use your IDE, Eclipse ke, kat lab you guna apa?
Eclipse.
Okay, so bila you type je dia terus keluar ada error kat sini. Kalau kat compiler ni dia tak keluar lah. Alright. Okay. Okay, dia akan keluar error kat sini. Okay. Symbol. Kita tak boleh gunakan symbol. Okay, it can start with letter INT ringgit. Okay, this one allow. INT 2 ringgit cannot. Okay, how about INT underscore? Underscore boleh tak tadi? Underscore dia kata tadi dalam slide boleh ke tak?
Boleh.
So okay, boleh kan? Okay, walaupun nampak macam pelik sikit tapi dia boleh lah. Okay, underscore. And then it also can start with dollar sign. Okay. Ni kan. Salah. And also allowable. Boleh lah. Okay. Okay. Then go to slide. Okay, at first character, identifiers can contain any combination of letters, currency characters, connecting characters, or numbers. Okay. Okay. So previously, if I start with numbers, we will get error. But if I put number at the back, tadi kan. Okay. Now it can. Okay. So meaning that start with letter or underscore or dollar sign. Then after that, if you want to put numbers, okay, in your variable can. Okay. If you put underscore also can. Okay. If you want to put dollar sign, okay, also can. Okay. Okay. How if you want to put the symbol? Okay. For example, alias. Okay. Is it allowed? Okay. No. Okay. There is a restriction. Okay. For symbol other than dollar sign, other than underscore, okay, other than numbers. Okay. How about hyphen? Hyphen boleh tak? Kita main-main dengan okay. Hyphen boleh tak? Okay, it's not allowed. Okay, cannot. So in this case, okay, you can okay, if I want to use ringgit, dollar, okay, so long sentence I combine it with underscore. This is allowed. Okay. Okay, identifiers can be any length. Okay, you can type as many characters or letters that you want. There is no restriction. Okay, that you can put. Dollars, panjang-panjang. Okay. Okay. You cannot use a Java keyword as identifiers. Okay. Okay. For example, int if. Okay. Boleh tak?
Tak boleh.
Sebab
Tu Java apa tu?
Java reserve words kan? Okay.
Yeah.
Dia dah ada if, for, if else, you dah tak boleh guna lah kat dalam tu. Okay. Let's say case if you want to use. Okay, tengok lah. Alright. Identifiers in Java are case sensitive. UTHM and capital U, UTHM are two different identifiers. So it is case sensitive. So int ringgit and int. Okay, these two variables are two different variables. Okay, referring to different variables. Okay, R lowercase dengan R capital letter. Okay, different. Identifiers cannot be true, false or null. Okay, so I cannot declare int true, okay, int false, cannot, because true and false already keyword, okay, Java keyword, tak boleh guna. Okay, so until this one, understood? Boleh faham semua?
Boleh, medium.
Boleh.
Okay. Good. Okay. Easy, right? Okay, for this one, I want you to tell me the answer. Nak buat interaktif sikit. Okay, so exercise 1, determine whether the following identifiers are true or false. Number 1, int underscore a. Jom, anyone?
True.
Okay, number 2, int $c.
True.
True.
Okay, int2 underscore w.
False.
False.
Right. int dot f.
False.
False. Sebab dia pakai simbol kan?
Dot.
Dot. int ni apa? Hyphen d.
False.
False.
int underscore $.
True.
Nombor 1 sama. D. Okay, int this is a detailed name for identifiers.
True.
True.
You can write many long characters, okay, word and using underscore, so boleh. INT double dot B.
False.
False.
INT hashtag
False.
because you are using symbol. And INT7G
False.
start with number. So again tadi, okay. So must start with a letter, a dollar sign or a connecting character underscore. Okay, lain-lain tu tak boleh. Right? Ini soalan grammar that can come out in test, okay, quiz, okay. Right. Okay. Sekejap So okay. Okay, Java naming convention. Okay. Tadi kita dah pergi identifiers. Okay. Previously we already learned about identifiers. So now we are going to naming convention. So the naming standard that Oracle recommends, classes and interfaces. Okay. Interfaces, later on we will learn about later, right? Okay, now we are focused on classes first. Okay, the first letter should be capitalized, and if several words are linked together to form the names, the first letter of the inner words should be uppercase. Okay, a format that's sometimes called camel case. Nama format ni is camel case. Okay, for classes, the name should typically be nouns. Okay, macam animal, account, print writer. Okay, for interfaces, the name should typically be adjective like runnable, serializable. Okay. Okay. So kalau nak create class, if you want to create class, okay, class name, it must start with capital, okay, like this. Whatever that you want to create, the class name must start with capital letter, okay. Good. Class quick control okay, so if you want to you okay, let's say I want to write class week 2, okay. So the second word must start with capital letter also, right? Okay. Okay, ni format yang betul lah. Okay. Okay. Class week 2. Okay. If we use small letter, ada apa-apa terjadi tak? Okay, what will happen? Actually, there is no error, okay, but it didn't follow the Java naming convention lah. Okay, means that the style that we implement to our coding is not standardized. It's not following the standard that Oracle recommend. Okay. Okay. Sebab apa? Sebab Oracle punya predefined classes semua dia akan bermula dengan when you create class, it will start with capital letter. If the name of the class consists of two words, okay. So we need to have the second sentence, second word, you must start with capital letter. Okay. So this is the following the Oracle naming standard, right? So we want to standardize it. Okay. So why you have to learn this, why you have to follow the proper naming convention, because when you graduate later on, okay, after this, after you finish your course, okay, you will work, okay, you will work with a group of programmers, developers, okay. So all the developers, all the programmers have the same style of naming, okay, or same style of programming style lah. That is what we want lah. So at least the style code name ni, okay, naming the identifiers, okay, is already standardized, okay. All the programmers, all the developers are using the same convention or the same rules. Okay. So mungkin yang sebelum ni ada yang ada pengalaman dalam Java, ada yang belajar daripada matrix, ada yang belajar sendiri, right? Okay. Ada dah belajar daripada diploma. So maybe you have learned this, okay. But you are not using a proper, okay. Kalau sebelum ni, before this we learn about, okay, import Java, okay, put here, import java.util dot scanner. Okay, so if you see here, salah je. Scanner, okay, S ni dalam huruf besar dah. Okay, scanner ni is a predefined class, okay. Kalau dekat dalam Eclipse dia akan keluar lah, when you scroll your mouse here, it will pop up the information, okay, here. Okay. And this is the predefined class. Okay. Java sendiri, it's normal practice, bila it create a class, it will start with capital letter. So we should follow whatever that recommended, yeah, naming convention, okay. But if you write like this, there will no error, okay. This one, okay, but there is no error, but you are not following the standard lah. Okay. Alright. Okay, for method or function, method of functions, okay, the first letter should be lowercase, and then normal camel case rule should be used. Okay. Okay, untuk method, kalau untuk main, okay, Okay, because it's only one sentence, it's just the letter must be lowercase. Okay, let's say I have another method. Tak method apa ni? Sini. Void calculate mean. Okay. The mean is the second sentence, so mean put as M. Okay. So this is the standard how to write the method. Okay. Lower letter. Okay. But the second word is a capital letter. Okay. Simple That is method. Okay.
Madam, ada orang request nak masuk.
Saya dah auto tadi. Okay dah. Dia auto.
Terima kasih.
Okay, terima kasih. Okay, so the example, get balance, do calculation, set customer name, calculate area. Okay, these are the, okay. You can see here the second word is capital letter. Right. Okay, for variables, same as method. We use lowercase. Okay. So why it use camel case? Camel is like kan camel ada bonjol kat belakang tu. Macam ni. So ini the second tu. Gitulah rasanya. Okay. Okay, the camel case. Okay. So the format, Oracle recommend short, meaningful name which sound good to us. Okay. Normally, we need to name a variable that reflect to the data. Okay. For example, we want to store name. We create the variable name that reflect to that particular data. String name. Comprise two letters, two sentences. Use capital letter. Button with account balance with B capital letter. Kalau 3 words, account balance ledger. So L. Okay, itulah. Okay. Kita masuk kan. Okay. Can we have rest for 2 minutes?
Boleh, madam.
Okay.
Sakit lah. Okay. Continue. Okay, for constant. Okay, in C how? Constant, okay, it should be named uppercase. Created by marking variable static and final. Okay. In const, right? Okay. Okay, so in C, okay, const, meaning that the value cannot change. Okay. Okay. If you use constant, the value cannot we change the created by marking variable static and final. They should be named using uppercase letters with underscore characters as separators. Okay. Okay, for example, okay, what is the value that constant? Pi kan, pi constant. Okay, constant, pi constant, right, 3.142, correct?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Constant, so how we declare it? Okay. In Java, constant is similar to final. In C, we write const. Okay. In Java, we write as final double pi equal to 3.142. Okay. Okay. So this value is the same across the whole file, or the whole class, the whole file, this Java file. Okay. Let's say I want to change. Later on here. Okay, I want to change I equal to 2.3. So it will display error here. Okay, because this variable name pi, this already fixed as 3.142. You cannot change the value because it is already you cannot change. Okay, it's already constant. Okay, everything that you need to declare as constant, value yang tak berubah, kena guna final, then identifiers. Okay. Oh, sorry. Variable name kena capital letter, should be capital letter, so I. Okay, so that one is the constant, value that cannot be changed. Okay, so exercise 2, determine whether the following identifiers are following the Java naming convention. To name a class, okay, is it correct? My name, Maika. Betul tak?
Yes.
Betul.
Okay, class Maika. Alright. Okay. Object oriented programming. Boleh tak?
Boleh.
Okay, lecturer, semua huruf besar, all capital letters.
Tak boleh.
Ni tricky sikit lah. Dia bukan langsung tak boleh kan? Dia tadi tu lah. Dia boleh ke tak boleh kan? But it is not following the Java naming convention lah. So we say it as it didn't follow the Java naming convention lah, right?
Daripada standard.
Sebab macam tadi kita buat tu kan, week 2, right? The first word we put as yang nama name method kan, kita letak huruf besar. Tadi dia memang takkan ada error pun. Untuk yang kat bawah ni, this one you want to name it as tak ada. Memang takkan ada error lah kalau saya run kat sini. Macam ni saya belum betulkan lagi. Okay. Cuma it is not following the Java naming convention. Okay. So yang betulnya adalah okay. Okay. To name a method, submit. Follow or not follow? Submit as capital letter.
Not
Salah, should be lowercase. Okay, run. Alright. Kan? Okay. Stop the car.
not follow.
Salah, should be as huruf kecil. Okay. Okay, macam ni. Okay. Public void. Public void calculate min C huruf kecil. Right? Okay. Okay, stop the car. Tu. To name a variable, address A huruf kecil. Okay tak? Name variable.
Okay.
N huruf besar?
Salah.
Salah. Ya, semua huruf besar.
Salah.
Unless it is a, unless apa? Unless is a constant tadi. Kan? Tadi constant pi. Pi tu you have to declare as capital letter lah for all the kalau variable tadi jenis constant, then correct lah for this year. Kalau year tu constant, right? Okay. Betul Okay. Okay, variables. Variables are used to store data in a program. There are two types of variable, primitive and also reference variable. Okay, we go to the primitive one. A primitive can be one of 8 type: char, boolean, byte, short, int, long, double or float. Sama je ni macam C, tak ada beza. Okay. Okay, kalau nak type boolean, macam mana? Boolean, biasa kita kena type penuh kan? Okay. Okay. Certain programming language, dia kena type bool je. Okay, so boolean apa? What is a boolean? Okay. Then okay. So once a primitive has been declared, its primitive type cannot be can never change, although in most cases its value can change. Okay, so whenever, okay, macam tadi final double pi, the type is double. So whenever I want to update, let's say I want to update pi 3.142 to 2.332, okay, it must remain the same data type. Okay, this is double kan, ni double kan, berjenis data double. Okay, okay, let's say pi equal to, let's say I want to change to, this is double, now I want to update it into a string, a value of string, cannot. Okay, so data type should be same across the whole file. Okay. Kalau double, mesti double all the way. But in JavaScript, okay, last time I think in week 1 in our first class, there's one of you asked me about JavaScript, okay. Okay, don't be confused about for JavaScript. There's one programming language as JavaScript. Dia tak sama. It's not same as Java. It is not made by Oracle, but the name starts with JavaScript. Okay. If JavaScript, we can. Okay. Let's say here is pi. We start with double. And then later on, we want to change from double into string, like this one. JavaScript allow this operation. Okay. JavaScript ni dia more loose lah. Yeah. It is not strict like Java. Okay, it's more loose. It's programming language and is quite popular. Okay. Okay, so primitive type. Primitive variables can be declared as class variables, instant variable, method, parameters. Okay, this one we can go through. Okay, later on. One or more parameters. Okay. One or more primitive of the same primitive type can be declared in a single line. Okay. Ni pun basic. Okay. Like this one, INT ringgit. Okay. Dollar, rupiah, you can declare in a single line. Okay. And then you can assign it is in its value. For example, dalam ni juga you can assign with its value. Example, ringgit equal to $4.1 equal to 1. Salah. This one integer 1 rupiah. So you can declare it in single line, right? If you are lazy lah to code in each new line, you can put it in single line and then declare it together with its value. Okay. Either way, you can put it as INT dollar. Right. Okay. Okay. NT rupiah. Okay, tetap. Okay. Right. Okay. Example of primitive variable declaration, char huruf boolean, my boolean primitive, int xyz, double area. So this is primitive basic. Okay. Okay. Okay, reference variable. Okay, this is okay baru lah, but it's not new. Dalam in C also we have. Okay, reference variable is used to refer to access an object. A reference variable is declared to be of a specific type and that type can never be changed. Okay, sama juga, same as previously. Okay, if we have double and then we have maintain the double all the way. Okay. A reference variable can be used to refer to any object of a declared, okay, declared type or of a subtype of a declared type. Ni nanti saya terangkan. Reference variable can be declared as static variables, instant variables, method parameters, or local variables. One or more reference variable or of the same type can be declared in a single line. These are the example of reference variable declarations. Okay, this one. Katakan, let's say I have this class, week 3. Okay. Okay. Kita delete dah dulu. Then we want to create reference variable. What we should do in static void main, we had to, okay. Okay, we have class week 3. Write the name of the class week 3, okay, followed by reference variable. Something like this. Object O. Okay. Macam ni. Okay, like this one. Animal, my new pet reference variable. This is reference variable. String S1, S2, S3, reference variable. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, week 3. So I can put any name. Week 3. But you must follow the naming convention, the camel case format. Okay, week 1. Okay, so topic 1 is a reference variable for week 3. Okay. Okay. New week 3. Let's say I want to create a new reference variable, so I have to type again week 3. Week 3, this time topic 2. New week 3. This one is compulsory, new week 3. New week 3. Okay. The keyword new and followed by the week class. Okay. Then follow square bracket. Okay. So I can have plenty of reference variable for one class. Okay. I have topic 3 until topic 10. Okay. You also can put as a single line, macam ni, like this. Okay. S1, S2, S3. Okay. Okay, I show you the example. Let's say topic 2 I want to put in single line. So topic 1, topic 2 macam mana nak buat? Topic 1, topic 2, and semicolon. Right. But I have to put topic 1 here. Topic 1 equal to new week 3 semicolon. Okay, something like this. I cannot proceed without putting this one. Okay, this one new. I think in C you have learned about struct. Okay, like struct, right? Okay, you have to remember, if you still remember the struct. In Java there is no struct. Okay, and we will not use struct because we replace with a class. Okay. Okay. Okay, is similar lah kalau struct tu. Okay. Okay, there is a instant variable. Okay. Okay, I proceed to the next one. Okay. Okay, for instant variable, defined inside the class, but outside of any method. And only initialized when the class is instantiated. Instant variable are the fields that belong to each unit object. For example, the following code defines fields for the radius of circle objects. Okay, instant variable ni resides in a class, okay, but outside of any method, including main method. Okay. Okay, as of now, what you have seen is just now I put the all the int inside the public static void main kan. Okay. Okay, int ringgit dah delete lah pula. I put it in main method. Okay. This is not instant variable. Instant variable is a variable where I put outside of any method. It is inside class within the whole bracket lah. Okay. Within the whole bracket. Okay. But outside of any method. So example of instant variable. Okay. Class mana yang nak guna? Buat dekat atas. int dollar. Okay. It's located inside a class but outside of any method. Okay. Ni we have main method kan. Then we have calculate method. Okay. So okay, int dollar is reside inside a class but outside of any method. That is a instant variable. As of now, we start with this. All the lesson or in chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3, we at the beginning we declaring all the variables we declare in main method. Later on, when we move to chapter 4, all the variables we will learn start from chapter 4, all the variables we will put the variable outside of the method. Kita letak luar. Start from chapter 4 lah, but for now chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3 we put it in the method. Okay, the variable we put it in the method. Okay. Okay, each circle instance will know its own radius. In other words, each instance can have its own unique values for this field. Okay. Okay, the term field, instant variable, property, or attribute mean virtually the same thing. Okay. Okay. Previously, I said this one as okay, attributes. Okay. Let's say I put a proper attribute like private string topic topic name. Okay. Okay, week 3 we have attribute of topic name. So the term field, instant variable, property, attribute, it's referring to the same thing. So don't confuse, okay? It's actually referring to the same thing. Okay. Else. Okay. Okay, I think we should another have a break for 1 or 2 minutes.